What's happening? Y'all caught me mid sneeze. Happy Tuesday, people. What's happening? What's happening, IG? What's happening, YouTube? Barbara! What's up? What's happening? What's going on? Party people in a place to be. Y'all know this is how we do it. This is where we are. Hey, is it Josette? Josette? What's up? Bless you, my dear. Bless you. Bless your back. Bless your back. What's up, y'all? Say something. Say something. How we feeling? How we feeling? How we doing? Guess what, y'all? We are welcoming to our weekly broadcast. LinkedIn is in the building, y'all. LinkedIn is in the building. LinkedIn is in the building. Welcome, 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 welcome. How's everybody doing? Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we kick things off. Give me one word. What's up, Lene? What's up, lady? Barbara said, listen, I totally revamped my LinkedIn profile. She not playing no games with y'all today. What y'all thought this was? What y'all thought this was? Listen, y'all, drop a word for me. Let me know, what is the one word? Just give me one word. One word to describe how you're feeling in this moment. One word. Let's see what we got. Let's see who's in the building. One word to describe how you are feeling right now in this moment. We're washing off the day. We're relaxing. We're breathing. We're okay. We're good. We're here. We made it. Let me see the words. How we feeling? How we feeling? We got YouTube in the building. Facebook, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Barbara says super califragilisticexpialidocious. Lene has grateful. IG, how you feeling? Give me one word to describe how you're feeling. I love it, you all. Grateful. I love that. Barbara is super califragilisticexpialidocious. Where'd that come from? What show was that? I remember that. That was one of our childhood shows, right? Well, listen, I am grateful and just thankful to be here. And I'm sure that you all are as well. For those that are new, we meet here every single Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we just go in. We go in on Mary Poppins, Lene. Oh, man. Mary Poppins. I forgot about that. Elizabeth says highly favored. I guess IG just ain't talking to me today. They just looking at me, y'all. But I appreciate it. They just looking. Highly favored, Elizabeth. I love that. I love that as well. We meet every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. Every single Tuesday, we do topical-based training where there's a topic that we discuss. IG, we're over on, sometimes I share my screen. So if you want to come in and join us in the group, we're here. We'd love to have you. Sometimes we bring in guests. We've had guests in. John Aiken says, curious. Okay. So we do topical-based training. We do, we have guests. We've had guests in. And like today, we do Ask Me Anything. This is where you can ask me anything career-related, because oftentimes I come up and create the topics based off of some of the questions that I get, right? In my inbox, in my DM, through my email. And I say, okay, you know what? This would be a good topic to talk about. But everybody's in a different phase, in a different place and stage in their life, in their career. So I want to make sure that you may have a question and you're like, man, I really want to know this, right? That's why we have the Ask Me Anything sessions as well. So today is your day. Every day is your day. As far as I'm concerned, every day is your day. So if you have a career-related question, if you always wanted to ask a recruiter something, guess what? I got you. So we can ask any question. It could be, Kelly, what about, how do I negotiate my salary? How do I manage up? I need to manage my manager, right? I'm in a toxic environment. What can I do about it? What do I need to do with my resume? What about my LinkedIn profile? Just like Barbara said, listen, Kelly, I have been working on my LinkedIn profile. Listen. So anything, interviewing, maybe it's you're in the market right now. How do you stand out? Whatever it is, if you have a question around that, I'm happy to assist you if I can. If I can't, I will definitely point you in the right direction. If I know of someone, I don't mind doing that at all. So we can kick it off. drop your questions, any questions that you may have. Happy to answer any questions. If not, that's cool too. That's totally okay. That is totally okay. But I am here for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Anybody going through any interviewing or about to go into a negotiation for salary or higher compensation, or wondering about your resume or your LinkedIn profile, how to stand out, how to be competitive, how to brand yourself, how to revamp, how to tell your stories, how to share your value. Those are some of the things that we can talk about. So whatever it is that is on your heart, on your mind, listen, I don't get face-to-face with a recruiter. Matter of fact, Kelly, they don't even call me. They won't even call me. They be ghosting me. What's up with that? If that's you, you got questions about that, I'm happy to answer those. So drop your questions. Happy to answer those. Again, if we don't have any, guess what? We can go on about our evening. It's been a long day for everybody, but I'm here for you. If you have any questions, happy to answer those for you. So Lene, first question. Here we go. Let me know. Lene, am I saying that right? Lene? Beautiful name, by the way. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Should I tell a prospective employer I was laid off due to organizational restructuring? Should you tell them, hey, Karen, what's up, girl? Should you tell them? I mean, if they ask you, that's a great response, but to volunteer the information, you don't have to. If there's a reason for that, then there's nothing wrong with sharing that there was organizational restructuring. There's a lot of that happening, right? Especially right now and these past few years. So that's an excellent response, to that question if you were laid off. But okay, yeah. If that's perfect. Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. Sometimes they may ask you, depending upon how long you've been laid off, and I'm just adding on to this. You didn't ask me this, but I'll share with you that they may ask, if there is a huge gap, or they may wonder. So you may want to get ahead of that. If it's a huge gap between the time you're applying for that role or in that interview and when you've been laid off, what were you doing during that time? That's an opportunity, right? They may not ask you, right? But I'm just kind of adding on to this for your benefit. You can let them know, you know what? I was laid off due to organizational restructuring, and since I've been laid off, I've been doing X, Y, and Z. This is a way for you, because when you're in an interview, you own that conversation. They don't own it. I think we were taught, and we think that they do, but they don't know what you're going to say. So that's an excellent opportunity, Lene, for you to tell them, you know what, since I've been laid off, I have been going to a weekly career coaching. I have been taking courses, if it's the truth, of course. And I've been learning a lot about whatever field that you're in, right? Even if they don't ask. But if you look at that job description and they say they want a critical thinker or a problem solver or a project manager, you can tell them, you know what, I recently received my PMP since that reorganizational restructuring occurred. I've also been attending some courses on LinkedIn. They may not ask, but you have the opportunity in that moment, you have that window to really, really brag on yourself. We don't do that often enough. Let me know if that's helpful though. Tivia, what's up? Okay, so Lene said no, not to volunteer if they ask. Yeah. Let me know if that's helpful, Lene. Let me know. We got a question over here on Instagram. What do you recommend for someone transitioning from nonprofit work into corporate spaces? My previous employers are not well known, and it seems like I'm getting passed over a lot. Do you feel as if you're getting passed over because of your previous employer? And I'm saying that because you asked about, you stated that they're not, can y'all see me? The company isn't well known. So it sounds like you feel like because your previous employer isn't well known that you're getting passed over. Is that true? Is that a fair statement? Because what I would say is transitioning from nonprofit to corporate, don't put yourself in a bucket like you're different, right? You have a skill set. And just consider and think about your skill set, not that you're going from one world to another. Although we know that you are, I want you to focus more on your skill set and transferring in what transferable skills that you have. Okay, she said, to be honest, I'm not sure. I'm coming from a small town in Michigan. I'm from a small town too. I know what you're saying. I was an hour outside of Chicago. Nobody ever heard of my town, so I know how you feel. Small nonprofits with less than 30 employees. That's fine. That's okay. Don't think about the company. I want you to focus on your skill set. What have you learned? What skills have you acquired since working for that company? Don't focus so much that it was small and it was a nonprofit and it wasn't well known. Those are things that you're thinking of. You're placing like a negative connotation around all the work that you've done. And I know that you perform at a high level. I know that you perform you've had a lot of great achievements and highlights. So those are the things that you focus on. Think about what you've done since you've been there. What would be easily transferable into your new world, into the new corporate space that you want to go in? Tell me a little bit about what it is that you did, and I'll give you some examples based off of your skill set and where you want to go to into corporate. Let me know if that helps at all. But if you tell me what your title was and where you're going into, I'm sure there's transferable skills that you have. I'm sure you have a skill set. So don't think about it being small. Don't think about it being nonprofit. Don't think about it's just 30 people. Think about your skill set that can be used and is of value to a decision maker, regardless if it's Coca-Cola and a company that has never been heard of. Let me know if that helps. What's up, Tivia, girl? What's up, girl? Barbara said, when contacted by recruiters, is it a good idea? Is it a good measure to look them up on LinkedIn for verification there? Absolutely, especially now. Y'all see that there are AI people now. Did y'all see that? If you look, did we do that, y'all, on here one day? Did we do that? We did a whole thing on artificial intelligence. If y'all scroll back, if you're in the Facebook group, I did a thing, right? They now have computer generized people. So this is a good point, Barbara, that aren't real. And some of the companies like sales companies, they're reaching out to people like you and I to add people to their database. They look real. They look like you and I. So absolutely, Barbara, look them up on LinkedIn. That's why I tell people about me. Like, don't take my word for it that I was a recruiter. Go look me up. If you scroll and scroll and scroll, you should see some history from 1995 and 2000s, and you should see, oh, okay, yeah, she really did this. And then also, Barbara, if they're a recruiter for a specific company, go to that company's website. They should have a company page. You could check them out, right? Absolutely. You guys be careful with your information because some of them people ain't even real on there. Can y'all believe that? Can y'all believe that? Okay, she said that, okay, director, program management, oversight of teams, departments. My goal is to transition into remote project management, working. Girl, you got all them skills. Yeah, don't focus on that. Don't focus on that. You're gonna talk yourself out of it. You can do this. You have a ton of skills. Reach out to me via DM. Yes, honey. Yes, we need leaders like you. We need leaders like you. You have the program management skill set. You have leadership. You have critical thinking, problem solving, effective communication. All of this is transferable. Any company would love to have that. And you're working on your yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Easily transfer. And if it feels like you're being passed over, and maybe the energy that you're bringing, you could be showing up with that energy you just showed up with here. May sound a little rough, but I ain't gonna tell you nothing, right? You didn't come for me to tell you what you want to hear. You want me to tell you the truth, right? I know you do. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of that negative stuff. You got the bomb. You got the stuff. You got it. I promise you do. All right, let's keep going. Oh no, Tivia, not stressful. We're gonna party, y'all, in a couple weeks. I got some surprises for y'all. So hang in there. Okay, you're welcome, Lene. I'm glad it was helpful. Kristen, what's up, girl? I'm recently laid off from the mortgage industry. How do I figure out a lateral move into another industry? Excellent question. And listen, y'all, listen, look at what she said. Lateral, right? She's open to even moving across. Y'all know now in the current market that we're in, the workforce that we're in, this disruptive workforce, that climbing the ladder now is more like a jungle gym. It's no longer as linear as we thought. It's never been linear, in my opinion, but it's like a jungle gym now. So, Kristen, just like I was telling the young lady here on IG, we want to take your skill set. We want to look at the skills that you have, right? And look at the skills that you have, right? We'll get all the skills that you have in the mortgage industry. I'm sure that you had to pay attention to detail, right? I'm sure you had some leadership qualities as well that we can use and that we can transfer into another industry. Then we take that skill set and we go after what you want to focus on. Oftentimes, you all, a job description is there for us to fit into it, but those days are over, right? We can create our own path. Let's look at what we have in our hand. Starting over is not starting from scratch. Let's take what we have and transition that into where we want to go, what's going to fulfill us, where we can make an impact, where we can also get paid and enjoy the work that we do, right? So, Kristen, we need to look at the skills that you have and then figure out what industry we want to go into. We want to go into hospitality, healthcare, tech, manufacturing. Where do we want to go where we can have all of those attributes of feeling valued and making an impact, being compensated for what we bring to the table? So let me know if that's helpful. What else we got, y'all? Let's go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Tibia, I'm sorry. Tibia lost her mom, you all. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. My condolences to you and your family. Oh my goodness, hon. Prayers to you. Prayers to you. I know that's tough. I know that's tough. I know that's tough. But we're here. Let us know if we can support you in any way. Your professional family is here for you. Hear from you. Real estate appraiser. Yes, you definitely have some transferable skills, Kristen. So we just need to look at those, what it is and how it transfers into whatever industry. The world is your oyster, you all, wherever you want to go. They're sending you love over here too, Tivia on IG. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Lou is sending you some love over here, y'all. Okay. Any other questions, you all? Any other questions? Did I miss anything, IG? All right, let's see. Okay. You're welcome. Great questions, though. Great questions. Let me see. You're welcome, Kristen. You're welcome. Yeah, you all focus more on what you have versus what you don't. Oftentimes when it's time for us to make a move, it's like, I'm not good enough for this. And can I do this? Because I've been doing this for so long. And same thing happened to me, right? I've been in recruiting and talent acquisition for 30 years. And I'm like, I'm done. I am over this. What else can I do with what I have? Now, I'll be totally transparent and totally honest with y'all. It wasn't like I was all knowing and I knew this is what I was going to do. It took some discovering. Oh, wait a minute. You already got skills. I don't want to go and figure out something else. How can I take what I know, right, and put it into another industry? If I go from, I'm tired of being, if somebody's a nurse, right? I get a lot of nurses that reach out to me. Listen, Kelly, I am tired of this. Imagine a nurse that works in an emergency room, right? And, deadline driven. She had deliverables to meet. She had to interact with all types of personnel, like all of these soft skills and the hard skills. All of that is transferable, you all. It's just learning how to position it, right? You're going to document it, put it in your professional documents, and then you take that and you position it in the market and you let that be a magnet to attract decision makers and recruiters and stakeholders. It's all about how you position yourself in the market, right? We can do this. You can become, look at who I was just reading, Queen Latifah. Y'all know Queen Latifah, right? She started out as a rapper. Y'all know Queen Latifah, right? I know I might be dating myself. She started out as a rapper. Queen Latifah became a singer and an actor. And what else, y'all? What else she do? Executive producer. Michael Jordan, he played basketball. He played baseball. He created tennis shoes. So yeah, y'all, you can do this. You can transfer your skills. It can happen. Don't let anybody tell you that it can't. It's how you do it. It's how you do it. It's how you do it. All right. Barbara said, I closed my profile on Career Builder, but I am still being contacted regarding my Career Builder profile for jobs. I closed it due to scammers contacting me. What should I do regarding my profile? I would remove my document altogether. You can close your profile, but your document, somebody still may have it, right? And they still could contact you. So the first thing I would do is go in and just delete my, what is it called? Your resume from there. Or I've had clients where I've had them change their contact information, right, to a dummy email address, because they'll see that you've been in there on the profile. They'll see that you've updated your contact information, and then they'll start reaching out to you that way. So you can trick them just like they're trying to trick you, right? We ain't having that. She is good at right. Kristen says she's good at everything. Right. She is. Absolutely. Iced tea and ice. That's right, Jackie. That's it, Jackie. Listen, y'all, this is the year of reinvention. We absolutely can repurpose ourselves and reinvent ourselves. We absolutely can. Don't throw away all those years you've been doing this, and now you're like, I don't want to do that anymore. We evolve. We grow. We should. We absolutely should, y'all. Otherwise, we're just here. If you're still doing the same thing you've been doing, it's just like having your friends from high school. Some of us still have them. It's, that's cool. But you should grow. You should outgrow what you've been doing. You should want to challenge yourself and evolve. That's okay. It's okay. And, get guidance for what your next move should look like. You can absolutely do that. Everyone should have, I talked about this on a video, a SAM. We talked about this last week a little bit, a sponsor, an advocate, and or a mentor. It's called a SAM. You should have someone to guide you. I'm happy to be that for you if that's something that you want, or you can go out and look for someone, but have someone to help you and guide you. And it's just like plugging in your skills into a GPS system. You know how you put that address into the GPS and they're like, in 500 feet, make a U-turn and go 12 miles, right? You know what you got. You just don't know how to get there, right? Same thing. Make sense, y'all? That's right, Barbara. Rebranded. What other questions we got? Yeah, there are scammers, y'all. Be careful, especially now. Remember, we used to do, if you look back in the Facebook group, I used to do reviews of your resumes and stuff. And the reason why I don't do that is because, people taking people information and just, they doing crazy stuff. So I just want to make sure, be careful and make sure when people are even asking you for your resume, like Barbara was saying, check them out. Check them out. Because they are doing some wild stuff out here. Wild stuff. Jackie said, any salary negotiation tips, government agency, how to avoid getting the low end of the range for the role. They can offer it, but you don't have to take it, right? They can offer anything they want. What you want to do, just like I was sharing, I think I was sharing with Kristen, to get ahead of it, you start the conversation. Let's say you were in, that's okay. You're fine, Jackie. You're okay. Wait a minute. Is you driving? Are you driving? Stop that. Don't do that. Texting and driving. You want to get ahead. You always want to share with them your value. So they know what you're worth. They know that, okay, listen, it's going to take us some money to get Jackie, right? She comes to the table with all of this, and you get ahead of it. Again, I know we're not accustomed to bragging on ourselves, but listen, y'all, if we don't tell people who we are and what we do, how are they going to know? It's okay. You can have that wonderful resume, and a lot of you, say, "Hey, Kelly, I want to know how to put this on my resume." But let me tell you something. It's just a piece of paper. It's a marketing document. At the end of the day, you have to go and talk to the people, and you have to sell yourself to the people. So your message needs to speak. Oh, we have to pay this person at least 150K plus the sign-on bonus. I've seen it happen. I've seen it. I told this story a couple weeks ago when I worked at Microsoft, and I have found a person and I sent it to the hiring manager. He was like, "Oh, Kelly, I know this person. I follow this person. I would love this person. Let's see if they'll even come. Let's see if they'll even take a conversation." Right? The hiring manager should be that way about you. "Oh, I know Jackie. I know Jackie. Oh my gosh, I follow her. She shares a lot of valuable content. She knows her stuff. She's a thought leader in this field. I would love to have a conversation with her." They're going to go to the top because they want you. That's what you want. You want to be that magnet. You want them to come to you. And they already know they got to pay you top dollar. Don't come with me with lowballing me. Are you crazy? You crazy? Oh, you at the drive-through, Jackie. Listen. Okay. We'll give you a pass. We won't fuss at you. We don't fuss at you. Let me know if that helps, though. But listen, are you to get that low end as recruiters? You all, I'll tell you this little secret. I'm telling anybody. What we want to do is please the hiring manager. So they're going to Kelly, this financial analyst, we budgeted $85K for the role. Now we can go to 110, but if we can get them at $85K, that's what we want. So as a recruiter, I want to please the hire, and I'm going to try to get you for $85K. So what I'm going to do is say, "Hey, Jackie, we loved your experience and your background, and we want to make you an offer for $78,000. We're also going to give you a $5K sign-on bonus, and we have stock that we want to offer you that equate to this and is vested over a 5-year period. So your total compensation will come to whatever XYZ." And we make it sound really, really good, right? And then you're like, "Okay, that's great. I'll take it." Not even knowing I had all this room. But when I share with the hire, I'm like, "Jim, we got him. I got 78K, 5 sign-on bonus, and we're going to give them the standard stock." Because there's a standard, y'all. Shoot high. You don't have nothing to lose. Let me know if that helps. Let me know, Jackie. Let me know. What you getting? The chicken nuggets? What you getting? The tenders? That sounds like, look, that's exactly what it is, Lene. That's exactly what it is. Listen, I'm telling y'all how it works. Telling you exactly what happens. We want to please them because this is what they're going to do. They're going to go to our manager and be like, "You know what, Kelly got me some great candidates. She stayed within budget." And that makes us feel good, right? Just like when your boss comes to you and be like, "You did a great job, Lene. Kristen and Tivia, you all did a great job. You brought them in under budget. We don't have to go and get additional approvals for X, Y, and Z." So start high. You got nothing to lose. Okay, glad, Jackie, glad. Elizabeth said, "For the government, Jackie, and federal government, you can ask for a step increase. If you get all 5s and under a step 10, I ask for a step increase in lieu of award money." Okay, that's good advice. Jackie, did you see that? Elizabeth is sharing step increase. That's it, Barbara. You got to know your worth, y'all. You got to know your worth. You got to do your research. You got to know, right? There's a difference between value and worth. There's a difference between value and worth. If you take a look at this pen, if you go to Target, this pen may cost $3, right? This is the value that they put on this. They say it's $2.99. That's the value that they put on this pen. But to you, it's worth a lot because your grandmother gave it to you. There's a difference between your value and your worth. You those interviews, you walk into those conversations knowing what you are worth. I know that I've spent 13 years working in the mortgage industry. I know that I have talked to all levels of leadership. I've closed $1 million deals. I'm able to work on deadlines. I've met my deliverables. This is what you bring to the table. I know that if you just hire someone right out of college, they're not going to have experience. So these are things that you have to know and then know how to articulate it concisely, clearly, right? And confidently. That's 80% of the game, being confident. 80% of the game. That's it. That's it, y'all. Barbara said they have a scale, and if they really want you, they will not shortchange you. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's it. I know I've talked to several thousands of candidates where I was impressed. They would show up and they would know, listen, I know that I live in Chicago, and I know here in the North is different. If I have to relocate to, what's that place where all the tech is? What am I thinking about, y'all? Seattle. If I have to relocate to Seattle, I know my cost of living is going to be higher. I know the cost of goods is going to be higher. I know that I'll be working longer hours. I know these are things that you have to know. And you got to shut them recruiters down. So when they show up on the call and they tell me, I'm like, okay, they know their stuff. So I'm not even going, I know the hiring manager wants them, and I want the man what he wants. Or give the woman what she wants. I'm telling y'all how the game is. This is the game. This is the game. There is only one you. No other person has what you have. That's right, Barbara. That's right. What are the questions we got, y'all? What are the questions you have? And let me say this also, that all recruiters and all companies and all hiring managers aren't that. There's a ton of employers, and most employers want to pay you fairly, right? I'm sharing that with you ultimately, so you'll just go in there prepared. I'm not saying that everybody tries to run game on you or lowball you, because that is not the case. Every company wants to be fair. Most companies, I should say, want to be fair, okay? But you should also go in knowing your worth. You should absolutely know that I know that working here, if I relocate from Illinois to Seattle, the cost of living is 25%. I'm making this up. I have no idea what it is. 25%. So I know I cannot make 85K what I was making here and live have the lifestyle that I want. These are things you should know. There's a difference between cost of living and cost of goods. Right? There's a difference between the region you are. There's a difference between working remote and working on site. There's gas involved, right? There's a difference. If you have children, you have to account for your work-life balance. I want you to factor all of that in before you go to that negotiation table. All right. All right. What other questions we got? Any other questions? Any other questions? Y'all all right? Y'all all right? All right. All right. No more questions? I don't see. I'm looking. We talked about that. What Raven said, what is good to say when they email you that they are still deliberating? I didn't see this, Raven, my bad. What is good to say when they email you that they are still deliberating on who to choose? Wow, they said that? You know what I want to say is yeah, y'all need to go with them, because it should be a clear-cut choice, right? When it comes to you, ain't nobody else like you. But if they say that, let me calm down, because that's me. Where's your question that I lost it, Raven? You got me all fired up. Where is it, Raven? I think I remember what you said. So if they said that they were trying to figure out who to choose, if they actually said those words, I would reiterate the value that you bring to the table, right? Think about some of the questions that they asked you during the interview and speak to those. Look at that job description again and talk about, I really enjoyed the interview. I'm excited about this next challenge and this opportunity. When we discuss you all gaining more foot traffic in Asia, It reminded me of the time when I worked at Coca-Cola and we created a campaign on like really share the value. And I look forward to next steps and hearing, I look forward to hearing next steps. So that's a way to approach that. Let me know if that's, yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, that's the way that you can handle that as well. Elizabeth said you have to know your trade-offs. Yeah. Lene says, can you negotiate for the same salary if you go back to the same company where you were laid off due to restructuring? However, it will be a different position and you know all the roles. That's a great question. I love that question because I've seen that happen as well. Matter of fact, there was these twins that worked at this company that I worked at. Both of them left. They came back 6 months later. $25,000 increase. But here's why. They came back with a set, I take that back. It may have been 12 months later, it may have been a year, but they came back, different role, 25,000 K, right? And it may be $2,000 or $3,000 off, but it was enough money that it went around the entire organization that they got more money. But they brought back with them a set of skills that they didn't have. So wherever they went, they gained some knowledge, they gained some skills, and they said, look, we're back, but here's what we're bringing back with us. So if you're able to show, Lene, that, yeah, I want to come back, and you, like you said, you have the advantage of already knowing the culture, you know, their processes and procedures, you already know the environment and the organization. You have all that to offer. You left in good standings. You're rehire eligible. You share with them when it comes time to negotiate. I went over here, and when I was there, I was able to learn this new set of skills that will be very beneficial for you in this area, right? We worked on small campaigns here, but since I've been working here at Amazon, we worked on major campaigns to roll out the fact that we're going into the insurance industry. So I could definitely use all of that experience here because I know you're about to roll out this new whatever it is, right? So you definitely can negotiate. You definitely can negotiate that, Lene. That's right, Barbara. They're lost. They're lost. Any other questions? Any other questions? Y'all okay? Let me see. Did I miss any more? Is Raven still here? Let me know, Raven, if that was helpful. Lene said, how do I revamp my LinkedIn page? This process is confusing. Tell me what's confusing you. Tell me what's confusing you. What is confusing you? And by the way, if that's something that you need assistance with, if you could use assistance with kind of revamping or rebranding yourself or creating a brand for yourself, that's something that we can definitely help you with. Happy to help you with that. If that's something that you're interested in, you could hit me up on IG or Facebook. You could send me a message and just put in there, because I have a lot of messages in there. You could put live. The live, that way I know that we talk. If you could use some assistance with revamping or just rebranding or transitioning as a whole, you're not quite sure which direction to go in, definitely happy to help you with that. Just put the word live in any of the inboxes. Facebook, you can shoot me a message there. That's totally okay. Or on Instagram, you can just shoot me a direct message because I'm not sure on, actually on YouTube, underneath the video, I guess you can. Even on LinkedIn, underneath this video, once it's finished, you just put the word live. I'll reach out to you if you can use assistance. I've helped a lot of people, as I mentioned earlier. So if you're thinking about rebranding or kind of how do you transition the skill set that you have into a new industry, a new role, or work that you enjoy, work where you can make an impact, or you want to be compensated more, how do you put yourself out there so that you can attract those opportunities to you? There's a methodology, there's frameworks for you to do so. Having the tools is one thing. Knowing what to do with them is another. You can have the greatest resume. You can say, Kelly, you know, is it 2 pages or dates and I'm too old and ageism and what do I put on it and how do I put my highlights and all. You can have all of that. That's wonderful. But if don't nobody see it and you're not attracting, then it does you no good. It's just like what somebody was saying earlier, like I keep getting passed over. What is going on? It's how you posture, how you position yourself. If you can use a system with that, just drop underneath this video the word live and I will reach out to you, okay? Latina says, how do you negotiate with the recruiter the hourly rate? I like the position, but I need her to increase the pay by $4. You ask her, Latina. Latina Mimi. So it's Mimi, right? You asked. And you ask by saying, by sharing with them, listen, I'm super excited about this opportunity. You all are aligned with my career goals and the career path that I'm on. When we talked about how you, whatever role it is, how you all are doing XYZ, I can really resonate with that because it's similar to what I did at XYZ company. And I am excited about contributing on a high level. If we could discuss, right, the compensation, right, that's something that I want to discuss with you. We can increase that by, you said $4. What's $4? Right? You got to ask though. You got to ask that. But you want to preface it by sharing your value and how excited you are and let them know that you're absolutely worth it and you would take it in a heartbeat, right? But you really want to have a discussion around the compensation. Here's what you're looking for. And here's what you are willing to accept right now. Sign on the dotted line if this is something that we can discuss. Let me know, Miss Mimi, if that helps. All right. Where are we at, y'all? Oh, one of your comments about, okay. Great, Tibia. Great. Awesome. Okay, Samantha. Awesome. Samantha, if that's something you want assistance with, definitely we can reach out to you as well. Just drop the word live when we close out and I'll reach out to you. Because like I said, transitioning is, again, oftentimes we think, you're welcome, Mimi, you're welcome. We think it's starting from scratch and we feel like we have to start over, but you don't. You don't have to. We think of it as starting over, but you don't have to do that. You take what you have in your hand. And some people want to start over. Like I said, we evolve, we grow. Sometimes we outgrow what we're doing. And for some of us, what we went to school for, we really didn't want to get into political science. We just went to school for that. Now we're working in the government. We're working for the mayor's office. We really don't want to do this. And now I'm this age and I'm tired of it. I don't want to do this. I didn't want to do it. I did it for my parents because they paid for it. And I really didn't want to. Now that I'm here, I don't really like the work that I do. I want to do something different, something exciting, something fulfilling, something that I love, something that I enjoy, something that they will pay me for, that I can contribute at a high level, that I can be impactful. That's what I really want to do. At this stage, at this phase in my life, in my career, I really want to do something that I enjoy and that I could get paid for. That's the type of transition you want to make. You want to, like, we've never been this age before. I get contacted all the time about I am too old. They say I'm overqualified. You never been this age before. What's too old? Too old to do what? Because one person said it, now you're too old for everything? You're going to let somebody you don't know, a recruiter, a hiring manager, say you overqualified, and then that makes you overqualified for everything? Everything? I have a client right now. She went to an interview. She really wanted the job so bad, y'all. She didn't get the job. I said, no, we're going to keep going. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. You keep going. Guess what, y'all? She got 2 offers right now. She got 2 offers. You know why she got them? Because she kept going. You keep going. You don't let feedback from somebody, some recruiter that don't even know you. That's one person working one job at one employer that have a perspective of their organization. Oh, we need people that is going to fit in with us. They're high energy. That may not be your style. And so they're going to give you some feedback that says you're not a good fit based off of what? Because you went in there and you were just chill. And they were looking for somebody to be bouncing. That's not your style. So you're going to take that feedback and be all down and out and send me a message and say I've been rejected. Because one person? No, sir. No, ma'am. No. You keep going. That was just practice. Y'all with me? That was just practice. That was just practice, y'all. So you look at his practice. Okay, I learned, you know, I'm not a fit for them. I'm not taking it personal. I'm taking it personal, right? It's not about me, it's what they need. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. What other questions we got? Make sense, y'all? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right. Any questions? Going once. Going once. Going twice. All right. Let me know. Was this helpful, you all? Hopefully it was helpful. Okay. Elizabeth, how do read a company culture before you accept a job there? One thing I would do when I've taken a few jobs, sitting in the lobby, I would go extra early. Extra early. I would sit in the lobby. Well, this is when we used to go on site, right? And I would look at body language. Again, this don't, you know, it's not for everywhere, but I would look at body language. And this one company, everybody was, you know, smiling. They were happy. They were jovial. They were speaking to each other. Another company I went to, downtown Atlanta, I'll never forget. And nobody was smiling. Like nobody was smiling. Literally, the receptionist, the security guard, the people walking around, everybody was stiff. They was walking fast. Everybody had on, they were just buttoned up and tie and suits and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, right? So sometimes you can do that. You can also look at reviews, right? Glassdoor. There's another one called The Vault. You can look at their reviews there. And I like to read what other people are saying. You can also go, I don't know if you all are on, what's it called, y'all? Reddit and Quora. I don't want to say it wrong. Quora. I look at those. I look at those a lot. And there's one, you all, that's called Blind. I think it's called Team Blind right now. Team Blind. And there are anonymous people in there. So you could be talking to the CEO of Facebook or something, but you don't know because they're anonymous. But there are all kinds of people in there that talk about the company. They share feedback on the company. So do your research, do your homework, go to Glassdoor, go to The Vault, go to Team Blind. What's another one, y'all? If there's a video, who asked me that? Elizabeth, if you're inside of Kelly's Career Club, I did a video, I did a presentation, and I listed some on there. If you go back, if you get in there, go back, there's a video, and I have websites that you can go to. And these are, sorry about that, IG, my sister was calling me. There's a list of those on there. So I don't know if that helped or not. Clifford says, in your experience, is it easier to discuss being laid off compared to being fired? Absolutely, it's easier. And often, you're not really going to discuss, how are they going to know if you're fired? The only way that they'll know that you've been fired is if you tell them, because they can't get that information from your previous employer. Now, if they know someone from where you work, that's a different story. But involuntary termination doesn't necessarily mean that you've been fired. It could be that you laid off. It could mean a lot of different things. So the only way someone will know that you're fired is if you tell them. Can you get, Facebook user, I can't see your name. You say, can you get in touch with me? But if you drop live, I'll see your name once I get off of here. I can't see it on here, but I'll get in contact with you after here. Ayana, okay, awesome. And Clifford, the other thing, you can get ahead of it. Like I was sharing earlier, you can share, and I think it was last week, I did a presentation on interviewing, and I talked about like sharing what you've been doing. If there's a gap or if you were let go, you can share something around, right now in my career. Like I love my current, I love where I'm working at right now, or where I used to work at was really great. I learned a lot. They gave me stretch projects. I was able to lead a team and we did great projects, really talking positive. And then you can share, but I really miss client interaction or client facing work, or I really, really miss that working on the user experience. So you're not talking bad. You're not saying that they didn't give you, what you needed. You're just sharing what you love to do in a way that's positive and that shares what's missing for you. And you're not talking about that you were let go or anything. You control everybody. You control the conversation. You control the narrative about your career. Once you can get a hold of that, if you can grasp that, if you can wrap your mind around the fact that when you are talking to a recruiter, when you're talking to a hiring manager, if you're in the final interview, you control that. They can see confidence. You can be, I know you can be nervous and anxious. We all get that. I understand that. But go in there with the mindset and the confidence of they have no idea what you're going to say. And you don't want to sound cookie cutter. You don't want to sound like everybody else. If you're going in for a financial analyst role, all the financial analysts that apply for that role and got an interview, y'all do the same stuff, but how did you do it different? How was your experience different? Because it's just like your fingerprint. There's only one. Your experience is your experience. I know that's a long answer, Clifford, but anyway, hopefully that's helpful. Okay, Samantha, what do you do when your current job doesn't want to give you higher pay or higher position? Samantha, you know what I'm getting ready to say? You know exactly what I'm getting ready to say. You're like, no, I don't, Kelly. You know what I'm getting ready to say. We don't wait for them to give us anything. We don't wait on them to give us anything, right? Get your stuff on paper. Everything that you've contributed since you've been there, right? I want you to do an assessment on, I was looking for my career journal. I have these career journals. If you go to careermarket.com, you write down all your accomplishments since you've been there. Everything you've contributed, how you've saved them time, how you saved them money. You have some data points. You put a time on your manager's calendar to have a discussion. Give them fair warning, fair warning, fair everything. This is what we're going to discuss. And you go in there and you share with them. You know what, Barbara, since I've been here, since 2021, I've been able to change the process on how we hire people, right? Instead of putting ads in the paper, we now go on LinkedIn. And as a result, we've been able to hire X amount of candidates, right? And 3 of them have gone on to get promotions. And based off of this, I want to ask you and you go into your spiel about what you want, the type of money you want. They can say one of 2 things. Yes or no. You have to decide what you do with that information. Do you want to stay? And then you want to look at why you want to stay. Is it still serving you? Is that role are you benefiting in that role? Is it challenging you? Are you increasing your professional development in that role? Are you being compensated fairly for your lifestyle that you deserve? If those questions don't align to what you want on your career, then you know the answer to that. Regardless of your 401k, we already see what happened with the stock market. 401k, health insurance, but Kelly, my health insurance, and they pay for it and all these things. If you're not happy and they paying you pennies, what are we really doing? What are we doing? So to answer your question, again, long answer, but ask yourself questions. But to be fair, I would ask you, have you talked to your manager about it, Samantha? That's the first question I would ask you. If you haven't, let's be fair. Let's have a conversation, direct dialogue with your leadership team, and share with them again how you've contributed to the organization, to the team, and to them. Here's how I've done that. Share some data points behind that, and let them answer. Let them respond. You've given them ample choice, ample time, and they're able to respond. Now, you may say, you know what, Kelly, I love my employer. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave this company. I like it, but I need more money. So it may be like Kristen was saying, you make a lateral move, or someone was saying, make a lateral move, go get a set of skills over here, right? And maybe then you go up. I talk about this a lot with my clients, right? The 3 T's, where you transition, you tailor your skills. I can't remember what the other one is, or you take it to the next level. Can't even remember my own thing, right? Transition, take it to the next level, or you tailor your skills. One of those 3 T's could be for you. So have a conversation. If you really truly want to stay where you are, then think about, how can I make a move that's going to serve me? Because it doesn't look like I'm capped. I can't make any more money. There's no growth potential here where I'm at. I'm not feeling challenged. Let me make a move over here in finance. I'm currently working in marketing, but maybe if I learn more about the budget, maybe I can come back and I can get a senior manager marketing role where I can be responsible for a budget for campaigns. I don't have that yet. I'll gain that skill set here, and then I'll make myself more marketable, and then maybe I'm ready to leave. I don't know if that's helpful or not. Samantha, let me know. And they said my supervisor told me that before. Any questions, IG? Y'all good? Elizabeth said, my issue is my supervisor gives everyone on my team on the spot award, even if they don't deserve it. It's like he cannot give me one by myself only. How do I address this? Again, you all, you want to think about you're responsible, not your manager, not the company. Nobody else is responsible for giving you anything. They're not going to give you anything. You have to have the courage, right? Because I don't want to make it seem like it's just so easy. You can just go get it. Because I know it can be, a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. You got to push through that and have a conversation. This is your life. This is your career. Nobody's going to give you anything. They'll talk a good game, because I've seen it done a lot, where they dangle that carrot in front of your face. Like, you know what? We don't have the budget this year, but next year, I promise, you're doing such great work. You want to go to this event? You want to go to this conference? Listen, Kelly, we were thinking about sending so-and-so for training, but we want you to go. It's 3 days in Florida. I've seen it done. I've experienced it, y'all. They don't want to give you the money, but you go in there with your stuff together. You ask, you put it on the calendar, you give them a fair chance to respond. And for some, it may not be all that. It may be, you know what? I don't even want to have a conversation. It's just time for me to transition out. Let me drop live underneath this video and have a conversation with Kelly and see what we need to do. Sometimes it's not the energy that you've already expended towards getting what you know you deserve. And all of you deserve a higher quality of life. You believe that. If you have to act on it. It's so much more than waiting on somebody to give us something. We have to create the life that we want. And it takes action. How would you handle answering the question from, let me know, Elizabeth, if that helped you. Oh, Samantha, my bad. Yes. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm getting y'all confused. Kedrick, how would you handle answering the question from your supervisor? What are your career aspirations? I've already started preparing transition now. What are your career aspirations? If it's staying with that company, Kedrick, what they want to hear is, do you plan on staying with them? And if so, how? And you could share with them that, we don't know what the future holds. The world the workforce is changes rapidly, but my goal is to be here in a position that will contribute at a high level for whatever the company needs, right? They want to hear and envision you in their organization, right? That's what they're looking for. They're looking for you to say, in 5 years, in 3 years, in 2 years, in 1 year, this is where you see yourself. You could say, I want to be president of the United States. It's not with them. That's what they're looking for. So you want to center your question around, or focus your question, your response around being with them wherever they need you to be. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Live. Let me know if that helped, Kendrick. Let me know. All right, party people in the house. We are at the top of the hour. Thank y'all. Y'all saying it was helpful. Welcome, LinkedIn. So glad that you all are here and you're able to join us. I will be reaching out to you all within the next 24 hours. Those of you that, again, if you would like assistance transitioning, Kedrick, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. If you would like assistance transitioning, taking it to the next level, or tailoring your skill set, that's what I did with my career. I just took all those recruiting skills and I tailored to something that I love. Can y'all tell I love this? That I love doing. I just tailored that thing, right? And by the way, and just drop the word live right underneath this video. I promise. I'm gonna reach out to you. I promise. We'll talk about it. What we'll do, we'll get on a call and we'll talk about your goals. Any challenges that you've been facing, and we'll see how we can map out a strategy. You're very welcome. Well, I'm going to share with you all. I got an email, and I wanted to say this, that somebody said, "Hey, Kelly, I don't follow you for career advice." I'm paraphrasing, y'all. I don't follow you for career. I wanted to say this publicly. Career advice. I want to know how you did what you did. So I want to say to you all that not only do I want to share with you all my experiences, and I stay on top of what's happening in the workforce and, the things that's happening at work. I have a coach myself. I have a couple of them, and I do attend a lot of conferences and events just so I can share with you all and keep you all on top of everything. I also want to share, I think I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't share with you how I also transitioned out. So I will be sharing or having some sessions about that, just like we do here. So if that's something you're interested in, you can let me know. But I do want to share that with you because I do know that some of you may want to, transition out of corporate and you want to do something else. I have a few consultants that are my clients right now, and they want to do, because most of my career was contracting. I had a couple positions where I stayed 7 years. Georgia Cable Television became Comcast, which is now Xfinity, right? I stayed with them for 5 years. I was at Coca-Cola for 3 years. I stayed with Macy's for 7 years. So I had a few positions where I was full-time, but the bulk of my career, I was a contractor. And some of you want to know more about the consulting. So I wanted to share that I will be sharing more of that. Okay. So I just wanted to put that out there. And then again, I just come up with topics based off of what y'all say. So if there's something you want me to discuss or share, let me know. We can talk about it. You're welcome, Jackie. All right. Love y'all. Have a great night. Have a great week. Make it a great week. See y'all next time. Same place, same bad channel. Bye.